Since ancient times, few creatures have inspired as much fascination, fear, and admiration as bears, symbols of strength, courage, and majesty. These furry giants have walked the earth for millions of years, witnessing ice ages, deep climatic transformations, and changes on the planet that shaped not only their bodies, but also their behavior. Today, they inhabit dense forests, icy mountains, polar regions, temperate plains, and even tropical environments. Despite their robust image, the survival of bears depends on a delicate combination of instinct, adaptation, and harmony with a world that changes faster than ever. On this journey, we will explore the universe of bears as you've never seen before. Their evolutionary origins, their incredible abilities, their surprising intelligence, their complex feeding habits, their secret social behaviors, and the stories humanity has built around them. Get ready to dive into one of nature's most fascinating creatures. A deep, detailed, and revealing narrative about bears. The origin of the giants. The story of bears begins around 40 million years ago, when their earliest ancestors emerged from lineages of small carnivores, similar to primitive dogs and mustelids. These early animals were much smaller than modern bears, with generalist and adaptable habits. Over time, different branches evolved, experimenting with sizes, shapes, lifestyles, and ecological niches. Modern bears belonging to the family Ursidae appeared approximately 5 million years ago, during the Pliocene period. They quickly spread across different continents, adapting to a wide range of environments, from temperate forests to frozen tundras. This ability to colonize such diverse regions made bears one of the most successful large mammals in evolutionary history. Throughout their evolution, bears experienced remarkable changes in diet and behavior. While some branches became highly carnivorous, others came to rely almost exclusively on plants. Some became extremely specialized, like the polar bear, while others remained generalists, like the brown bear. The evolution of bears is marked by a combination of brute strength and adaptive intelligence, a recipe that made them the dominant creatures we know today. Bear species around the world. Today, there are 8 species of bears living in different parts of the planet, each with its own unique characteristics. Brown bear, Ursus arctos. Found in Europe, Asia, and North America, the brown bear is one of the most well-known and powerful. It includes famous subspecies like the grizzly bear. They can weigh up to 600 kilograms and reach 3 meters when standing upright. They are incredibly strong, capable of moving huge rocks and knocking down heavy logs. Polar bear, Ursus maritimus, the largest land carnivore in the world. Native to the Arctic, the polar bear depends on sea ice to hunt seals, its main source of food. It has incredible adaptations to withstand extreme cold. A thick layer of fat, hollow white fur that reflects light, and black skin that absorbs heat. American black bear, Ursus americanus. Common in Canada, the United States, and Mexico, these bears are more agile and excellent climbers. Despite the name, they can range in color from black to brown and even golden tones. They are extremely intelligent and easily adapt to urban environments. Asian black bear, Ursus thibetanus, known for a white V-shaped marking on its chest, it lives in mountainous regions of Asia. Agile and an excellent climber, this bear has a varied diet that includes fruits, insects, and small mammals. Sun bear, Hylarctos malayanus. The smallest bear in the world, found in Southeast Asia. It has an incredibly long tongue, ideal for capturing honey and insects. It is nocturnal and spends much of its time in trees. Sloth bear, Melursus ursinus, native to India and nearby regions. It has long fur and a snout, adapted to sucking up termites and ants. Its peculiar gait and trunk-like snout make it easily recognizable. Giant panda, Ailuropoda melanoleuca. Perhaps the most famous bear in the world, the giant panda lives in the mountains of China and specializes almost exclusively in bamboo. Despite its gentle appearance, it has an extremely powerful bite. Andean bear, Tremarctos ornatus, the only bear in South America. Also called the spectacled bear because of the markings around its eyes, it lives in the Andes and has more arboreal habits than other large species. Each of these species represents a story of adaptation. Each carries a unique way of interacting with the world, and together they form an extraordinary mosaic of mammalian evolution. Body and anatomy. The bear machine bears have a body built to survive. Strong, resilient, and incredibly efficient, they are true machines of nature. Unmatched strength. An adult brown bear can lift more than 500 kilograms with ease. Their front paws contain tremendously powerful muscles, perfect for digging, knocking down young trees, and confronting large prey. Adaptable morphology. Despite their size, bears are surprisingly agile. Some can run up to 50 km/h. Others climb trees with impressive speed. And the polar bear, despite being the largest, is also an excellent swimmer, capable of swimming tens of kilometers without stopping. Vision, smell, and hearing bears don't have exceptional eyesight, but their hearing is excellent. However, it is their sense of smell that stands out. A bear can detect the scent of a carcass kilometers away. Their olfactory system is one of the most developed among land mammals. Large-brain, high-intelligence bears have more developed brains than most carnivores. This translates into complex behavior, problem-solving skills, and rapid learning. They are even capable of using tools in certain situations. The diet of giants. When people think of bears, many imagine fierce carnivores, but the reality is different. Most bears are extremely omnivorous, combining meat, plants, fruits, insects, and whatever else is available. The true carnivores. The polar bear is the most carnivorous of all. It depends almost exclusively on seals, since it needs fat to survive the cold. Without ice, its hunting becomes compromised. The flexible ones. Brown bears and black bears are masters of adaptation. They may eat fruits, roots, honeyfish, small mammals, grains, and even carrion. Depending on the season, their diet changes completely. During times of abundance, like salmon migration, they can consume thousands of calories per day. The specialists. The giant panda is the most specialized of all. About 99% of its diet is bamboo. Since this plant is low in nutrients, pandas spend much of the day eating. The sloth bear is specialized in insects, using its snout to suck up termites and ants. Hibernation, the power of energy conservation. Hibernation is one of the most impressive characteristics of bears. For months, they enter a state of extremely reduced metabolism. Their heartbeat slows down, breathing becomes shallow, and the body saves energy in an extraordinary way. But unlike other hibernating animals, bears don't become completely switched off. They can wake up quickly if disturbed. During hibernation, they do not eat, they do not drink water, they do not urinate, they do not defecate. The body recycles toxins and reuses proteins, preventing muscle loss. It's such an efficient process that scientists study bears to understand how humans might, in the future, travel long distances in space or treat muscular diseases. Social behavior and reproduction. Although often seen as solitary animals, bears display complex social behaviors. Communication. They communicate through tree markings, vocalizations, scents, body gestures. Each mark left on a tree carries information about identity, strength, and dominance. Maternal care. Mother bears are among the most dedicated in the animal kingdom. They care for their cubs with extreme protection, teaching them how to hunt, find food, and escape danger. Some cubs stay with their mother for up to 2 years. Temporary relationships. During mating season, males and females may stay together for days, but after mating, they go their separate ways. Fertilization, however, only occurs when the female's body determines that there is enough energy, a process called delayed implantation. The relationship between bears and humans. Throughout history, bears have been seen as mystical symbols. In many cultures, they represent strength, bravery, fertility, or even divinity. In Norse mythology, berserker warriors believed they channeled the power of bears. In ancient Greece, the goddess Artemis was associated with bears. Among indigenous peoples, bears are protectors of the forests. Despite this, encounters with humans can be dangerous. Bears rarely attack without reason, but they defend food, cubs, and territory. Most incidents occur when people leave food around or get too close. Today, conservation campaigns aim to teach local communities how to coexist with these animals safely. Threats and conservation. In the modern world, bears face intense challenges: habitat loss. Destroyed forests, shrinking territories, and urban expansion threaten their survival. Climate change. The polar bear is the most affected since it depends on ice to hunt. Hunting and illegal trade. Some are hunted as trophies. Others, like the sloth bear and the Asian black bear, suffer from the illegal bile trade. Conflicts with humans. The increasing presence of people in wild areas raises the risk of incidents. Fortunately, conservation programs have saved many populations. The giant panda, for example, is no longer considered endangered thanks to major efforts in China. Surprising facts: bears have one of the strongest bites in nature. They can learn routes, recognize specific scents, and remember locations for years. Some can open doors, windows, and even locks. Despite their weight, they are excellent runners. Cubs are born extremely small, sometimes weighing less than 500 grams. The roar of a brown bear can be heard kilometers away. The importance of bears to nature. Bears are fundamental to maintaining ecosystem balance. They disperse seeds. They regulate populations of smaller animals. They keep forests healthy. They influence the entire food chain. Without bears, many regions would suffer dramatic ecological impacts. Conclusion: the lords of the forests. Bears are much more than imposing creatures. They are symbols of power, intelligence, and ancestry. They are guardians of entire ecosystems, survivors of ice ages, and silent witnesses to the evolution of life on Earth. However, just as the world changed to allow them to exist, now it is the modern world that threatens their survival. Respecting, protecting, and understanding these giants ensures that future generations can also admire their beauty and learn from their strength. Bears remind us that, despite all power, survival depends on balance, a balance between nature, humanity, and the future we choose to build. Did you enjoy learning more about this incredible animal? Turn on notifications, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more curious videos. Every day, a new fact about a different animal.